Hi, happy summer everyone. Today is June 1st. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of what we have in stock here at Brambleberry Farm. Alright, we have lots of the Virginia native wild strawberries. We still have a good number of our bedpan planters and ornamental hen and chicks boots. Triple crown, thornless black raspberry. All the quart pots, almost all quart pots are $8. Almost all gallon pots that's this size are $16. The exception is grafted stuff and harder to propagate stuff is a tier 2 pricing. AAC Eden thornless summer red raspberry. Joan J thornless everbearing raspberry. Jewel black raspberry. Lots of those. Niwot black raspberry, that's an everbearing black raspberry. A couple other decorative hen and chicks planters and strawberry planters. Lots and lots of elderberries. I have more on the back tables of this too. We've got Ranch, Bob Gordon, Wildwood, Marge. I think that's it. Yeah. And blueberries. We have Patriot in quarts and a couple gallons. One Berkeley, several Hannah's Choice in gallons. Aurora in gallons. Polaris and St. Cloud are the two half-high varieties that we carry. Those are in gallons. Lots of Blu-ray in quarts. It's still pretty tiny. Phillips High Bush Cranberry in quarts. We have more of those back, but these are a little bit older plants. Nanking Bush Cherry. There's one little guy there for $4. Several quarts and a couple 2-gallon pots of that. Nero Aronia. Seedling of Nero in 2-gallon pots. Viking Aronia and Mackenzie in both sizes. Alright, down here on the nut table we have tons of new seedling Chinese chestnuts here. On the other side of the table we have some older ones. We've got, let's see, one Korean Kokuso mulberry in a gallon pot, a couple Shangri-La mulberry in quart pots, some Viola's lavender mulberry in quart pots. The deer have gotten to these back here. A very good selection of figs right now. Brooklyn White. Let's see. Sednaya White, Magnolia, Marseille, Syrian Dark, Magbar, Sunfire, Violette de Bordeaux, and Violette Dauphine, Rhone de Bordeaux, Abu George, Magbar, Violette de Bordeaux again, Marseille Black VS in 2-gallon pots there, Latarula in a 2-gallon pot. Alright, and then these are some nitrogen fixing native trees and shrubs. We've got Kentucky Coffee Tree in gallons and 2 gallons. Those 2-gallon plants are getting to be pretty big, nice trees there. Some Amorpha fruticosa, that's the false indigo bush. And thornless honey locust seedlings in quart pots. Now these are just starting to be old enough that you can tell for sure that they're going to be thornless, but there's still a chance that some of these will develop thorns. You have to wait until like they're just a little bit bigger than that, because they are seedlings of a thornless honey locust, and about 10% of those seedlings develop thorns as they get older. We've got one black locust, and some bigger thornless honey locust in 2-gallon pots. Some Siberian pea shrub in gallon pots. A bur oak. Oh, we've got a bunch of nice Javid's almonds. The hardy almond that does great in our climate. We've got a bunch of those on dwarf rootstock, and well, it's sort of semi-dwarf rootstock, and some on full-size rootstock. Shellbark hickories, shagbark hickories, improved seedling black walnuts, butternuts, lots of nice heart nut seedlings from improved parentage, some more bur oaks, and a bunch of Chinese chestnuts in 2-gallon pots. We have a few of those in 1-gallon pots, but those aren't looking so hot. Lots of hybrid hazelnuts in the little 3-inch pots for $4, and a good number of the hybrid hazelnuts in quart pots for $8. Our native eastern hazelnut in gallons and quarts. Getting a little bit low on those. We have tons of nice trifoliate orange, the Flying Dragon hardy citrus in 3-inch pots and quarts. Apples we've got on both sides of the table, so I'll walk you through it separately, I guess. Red free, all of these are on semi-dwarf rootstock. Geneva crab apple, which is actually a full-size apple, but red flesh and red skin. Arkansas black, more red free, more Arkansas black, wealthy. We still have a decent number of autumn brilliant service berries in gallons and a few quarts. Peaches, we've got Harrow Diamond on full-size rootstock and the semi-dwarf rootstock. Raritan Rose on both rootstocks, but mostly just the full-size. Red Skin on the semi-dwarf rootstock, only in the gallon pots, but we have a decent number of Red Skin on full-size rootstock in the little quart pots. So the grafted prices are $16 in the quart pots and $24 in the gallon pots. Lots of Reliance, mostly on the full-size. Oh no, we've got lots of dwarf there too. So Reliance on full-size and semi-dwarf rootstock. Wild plums, we've got a ton of them in the 2-gallon pots. Those are not grafted, so those are the tier 1 pricing. $28 in the 2-gallon pots, $16 in the gallon pots. And you need an east and a west for pollination, or else another seedling wild plum. These are probably Chickasaw. So the pollinator that we have for those, we only have those in the 2-gallon pots. Alright, cherries, we've got Montmorency, Sour Cherry, Carmine Jewel, and North Star. More apples here, Pristine, Williams Pride, Triumph, I'm not sure if that's held back or not. Molly's Delicious, Chestnut Crab, and lots of Liberty, which is the one we sell the most of because we like it the best. Alright, down here we have tons of nice pears. Most of these are all going to be in 2-gallon pots. We've got just a couple 4 gallons. Kefir, Sunrise, Potomac, Red Claps, Harrow Sweet, Magnus, Shenandoah, Korean Giant, and Shinseki and Bosk. Blake's Pride. A bunch of Sam Sweet Cherry in 2-gallon pots. We don't have pollinators for those. 1 ornamental red leaf peach. Some larger figs here. We've got Latarula and Chicago Hardy. Mulberries. We've got a couple GH1. 1 Lucille, which is one of my favorites. Some Korean Kakuso. What is that one there? Oh, Miss Kim. That one's supposed to be really good. A couple white fruiting. And some of our native red mulberries. We don't know whether those are male or female. Those are a tier 1, not grafted plant. The other mulberries are cultivars that are grafted, that are tier 2. Some more apples down here. Hudson's Golden Gem, Chestnut Crab, some Liberty on dwarf rootstock. Everything else is on semi-dwarf. Molly's Delicious and Red Free. Now I am posting the water plants on another video, so I won't go into detail on those here, but I'll just walk through here real quick. It's looking pretty nice right now. Oh, a chira, which is a great ornamental edible that can be grown in dry soil or wet soil. I have them here with the water plants because otherwise they dry out too quickly in the pots. Alright, on the clearance table we still have a couple acai mulberries, Celeste fig, hybrid poplar. Oh, the pawpaws need to get organized. And we just took down a tree here and some of them got a little bit sunburnt. As we just took away all of the shade that they were used to. I'll just tell you what I can see from here. We've got a decent number of the improved variety pawpaws, seedlings of improved variety pawpaws. Those are not grafted, so those are $8 in the quart pots and $16 in the gallons. And then of the grafted varieties, we have Overlease, Chappelle, Jerry's Big Girl, Layman's Delight, Sunfire, Naomi's Delight, Summer Delight, Mango, KSU Atwood, Benny's Favorite. And I'm probably missing some because they need to be reorganized. 1 Pixwell Gooseberry left here in a gallon, but I have some more quarts that are ready to come out here. Nancy May Blackcurrant, Tybin Blackcurrant, red currants including Shankir Ventettes, Lewis R Blackcurrants, and unnamed Marina's Blackcurrant. Alright, Yellow Groove Bamboo, and our native river cane bamboo, Dickey Meadows Willow, Orange Basket Willow, Dappled Willow, Golden Corkscrew Willow, Greel Biomass Willow, a couple white willows, That's a pedestal one. And American Pussy Willow. A few Cascade hops. Cornuscusa, edible dogwoods. A couple tiger tooth jujubes. Cornus mass, the cornelian cherry, edible dogwood. One big apple dogwood in a 2-gallon pot there. Muscadines, we have Sugargate, Darlene, and Summit. Those are all female varieties. We should have Carlos, a self-fertile variety, available pretty soon. There's new cuttings that are being potted up. Steuben, Vidal, Lenoir, Buffalo, NYGR7. Those are all wine grapes with seeds. Canadice is, we just got one sort of picked over sad little Canadice there. That's the only seedless grape we have at the moment. And then a decent number of Concords. Some sea kale, that's a perennial kale, seedlings of lily white, supernova sunchokes, Jerusalem artichokes, Nora sunchoke, and smooth red sunchoke. One tuna tree, it's a tuna sinensis in a gallon pot there. Kiwis, we have Ananasnaya, Acai, Ken's Red, 55, a couple more Acai in quart pots there, Dumbarton Oaks in quarts, and a bunch of males in gallon pots, and some Oppets male kiwi, which is a later flowering variety. Some seedlings of Eastern Prince Schisandra vine, Magnolia vine. Flowering quince, Toyo Nishiki, and Cameo flowering quince. The Chinese quince in gallons, more Toyo Nishiki. Ginkgos, just one Jade Butterfly, some Eastern Star, Salem Lady, and lots of Gold Spire, which is a male. Wild Ginger, Sensitive Fern, Labrador Violet, Bellworts, Mayapples. The ramps have totally gone dormant, but they're still available. Virginia bluebells are starting to go dormant there. More Mayapples. Dwarf crested iris. It's a native little woods iris. More bellwort. Swamp milkweed. Purple chives. Purple flowering raspberry. That's a native, just non-fruiting raspberry. There's the flower. It looks nicer when the insects haven't chewed it up. That's an ornamental that doesn't really make fruit. We still have a good number of rhubarb, but it's not liking this weather at all. Some variegated Myoga ginger. That's a hardy ginger that you just use the roots and, not roots, you don't use the roots, you use the shoots and flowers of that. One dianthus, some nice cute little pink yarrow, a black-eyed Susan, just some miscellaneous stuff here, some lime balm, rosemary, horseradish, sochan, or cutleaf coneflower, Aurum Gold Creeping Oregano, Compact Oregano, Zorba Red, Ornamental Oregano, Yucca in quarts and gallons, Topaz, St. John's Wort, some ornamental clovers, wild groundnut, some pink fountains, Lespedeza, a couple of Baptisia are starting to get a little bit of size to them there. Some sweetgrass, gray catmint, rockin' raspberry, dwarf bergamot, wild bergamot. It's flowering pretty nicely right now. Some old-fashioned red bergamot, catnip, Himalayan silver mint, big leaf mountain mint and Virginia mountain mint, Kentucky kernel spearmint, oregano mint, perennial sorrel in gallons and quarts, vernal witch hazel in gallons and 2-gallon pots, more swamp milkweed, a eastern red columbine, more swamp milkweed, more variegated Myoga ginger, and then plain green Myoga ginger, a few male spice bush, and okay, we're back here in the held back area. Here are a few things that are about ready to go out for sale. Collier mulberry, Illinois mulberry, Cacuso, Italian. I know there's some Lucille back there, and a good number of Girardi dwarf, which is my favorite tree that we sell. The Girardi dwarf mulberry is amazing. Oh, there are some larger ginkgos back there. Tuba flora and jade butterfly, male ginkgos. I think that's what all of those are. I can't see all the names. There's some little dwarf baptisia. I don't know if I'll let that go for sale yet. They're still so small. Some more pears. We've got Sunrise, Shenandoah, Kefir. There's more in the greenhouse too of those, but they're not quite ready to go. More held back, not held back, but overflow of the Flying Dragon trifoliate orange. Some wild pecans. That's a northern pecan. And some Amish gooseberry and Pixwell gooseberry. That will be ready to go in about 3 weeks. Lots of Phillips Highbush cranberry here. It's about is ready to be put out on the tables. And some little red buds. Oh, and one really nice big Tuna sinensis there in a 2-gallon pot. And some royalty purple raspberry. And I think that is everything for now.